Today we're going to draw a giraffe in the African Savannah. I'm going to be using pencil, eraser, black crayon, some oil pastels, and some watercolors, but you please use whatever you have. Just using crayons would be perfectly fine for this. So first we're going to look at our giraffe, and we're going to start with the body, and I see that the body is an oval, sort of a tipped oval. I see that the neck is like a long triangle or a trapezoid even, long trapezoid. The head, our head's going to be turned to the side, so our head is actually going to be a triangle. And I can see that my legs are pretty much long, skinny rectangles. Okay, so we're going to start with the body, and that's going to be an oval about this size. So I'm going to first draw it with my finger so that I know that I'm going to get a good size. I don't want a little teeny oval here, and I also don't want a giant oval. So about a medium-sized oval here. So I'm going to draw that, and I'm going to draw mine a little bit tipped. Then we're going to draw the neck. So it is a long, skinny triangle shape there, and then the head is a triangle, and it's going to the side, so he's looking to the side as he's walking, or he's looking forward, I guess, as he's walking this way. I can see his two ears, so I'm going to draw his ears, and I also see the little knobs on his head, and he uses those for protection if he's fighting, things like that. So I'm looking now at my legs, and he's walking, so I want to show movement, so my legs are not going to be perfectly side by side. The first one, he's walking out here. I'm going to make his leg bent a little bit. And these are big animals, so their legs, they're not little tiny toothpicks. We want to make sure that we show some of the muscle in here holding up this big body and strong neck. Okay, so I'm going to make my other leg coming at back here, and I feel like this is a little tipped, this a little low, so I'm going to erase that. That's why I'm using pencil to start with. And I can see this back leg, that's where he gets a lot of his power to run, so I'm going to show that muscle there as I draw the leg. And then my back leg is back here, just walking. And I see there's a little kick back there, so you can even add that in there too. And his tail. Here's his tail with a little fluff at the end. All right, and I can see that he has a mane here, but I'm not going to add that yet. I'm going to do that with my colors. So next I'm going to get my black crayon, because I love outlining things with black, and I'm just going to outline my my drawing. And actually I'm going to go through first and erase my helping lines. I forgot to do that. So these, my helping lines, are the lines that I don't need anymore after I do my sketch. So I don't need this line here. I do need this line because it shows me that this leg is on the other side of this belly. All right, so now I'll go back to my crayon. so I know that my giraffe is sort of a tan, yellowish tan color with brown spots. So I'm going to use oil pastel, as I mentioned, so I think I'm going to put in my brown spots. Well, first let me make his eye. Hello. Alright, so now I'm going to put in some brown spots. His mane is a lot shorter than, let's say, a zebra or definitely a horse, but he does have that little mane down his back. Okay, now I'm going to go in with I'm actually going to use yellow, and this is not exactly realistic, but for my artwork I think that's going to show up better, and I would like to use this color for something else. And I chose to make my spots first because I knew that they would smear a little bit when I added my yellow. And that helps to just make it a little bit more interesting sometimes than just perfect brown and perfect yellow. Alright, now I'm going to make my horizon line. So that's where the land meets the sky, and so I'm going to make mine a little different than this picture, but I am going to make my line, maybe I'll make my line about here. And so the giraffe lives in the savannah, which is grasslands. So I see that this color is similar to the dry grasses that are all over in the savannah, and that also helps to camouflage them. Their color is similar to the dry grasses. And giraffes love eating leaves, and they specifically can reach the acacia trees in Africa. And they have very tough tongues that can get past the sharp branches of the trees to get all the delicious leaves. So I'm just going to make some tall trees in the background, just with a few branches. I'm making some reaching branches, just making kind of Y's and V's in the background here. Just a few, and then I'm going to add some leaves. So again, this is not perfectly realistic like a photograph, but we get the idea that giraffes look for tall trees with delicious leaves on them. If you wanted to look up the acacia tree and draw it more realistically, then that's something that you can do on your own. And I'm going to do a little bit of green down here because most of the grass is dry grass, but it was once green grass. Take a little bit more of my brown. I'm just blending the colors here, like I said, to camouflage my little giraffe. And to finish it, I'm going to just paint the remaining area with a blue color. And you can make yours however you want. Maybe you want to do a pretty sunset, like the photo that I have here. Because I used oil pastels, the paint is not going to stick to or cover my drawing, because oil and water do not mix. I'm using watercolors over oil pastels. Another tip, if you wanted a painty look and you don't have paint, you could scribble with a washable marker in the sky and then use just water and a paintbrush to blend it and turn it into paint.